Ha, stick 'em. Stick 'em. Ha, 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 stick 'em. It's an original.
Hola mi gente, I'm Leticia Reyes and you're watching En La Escena with our weekly Tiki Tiki JI. Say hello to the people.
Woohoo! This is JI Starr, El Boricua de New York. We are in the studios of WSKQ, better known as Mega 97.9 in New York City.
La Mega se pega.
Always. We got some Tiki Tiki. You know, you were at the PR parade.
I was and you were not.
I was not. You know what? It wasn't that I decided to take a break or anything like that, but I was in the hospital. I had a little pit stop.
Get out of here. What happened?
Well, it's getting old. The story's getting old to our viewers of Tiki Tiki. I'm an avid mountain biker, and I take a lot of chances, much to the chagrin of my wife.
Oh, lots of bumps and bruises as well. And
yeah,
cuts and
well, this time
broken shoulders.
No, it was only separated, thank God. But this time I got an extra 12 stitches on the medius part of my thigh, and as I was explaining it to Leticia earlier, she got all squeamish. So I can't wait to like send her a photo. She got to see this thing.
Great, great.
It was gooey.
Well, like what do you
anyway.
say? Ay bendito.
Dito. But forget the eyes. No, Dito.
Puerto Rican Day Parade, let me tell you, was out of control. And more so because of the crowd. I mean, the people who attended and joined were just phenomenal. The energy was crazy.
That's fantastic. And what float? Were you on any specific float?
I was.
Or just
I
walking?
was on the MTA Urban Latino float, and it was awesome. But before that, we got to stand inside the parade in the barricades, and we saw the celebrities coming through.
Right. Who did you bump into like first?
Well, first was actually Mark Anthony and Jennifer Lopez.
Wonderful. Weren't they the padrino and madrina?
Well, I guess so. But what happened was the controversy with the Puerto Rican Day Parade was that the person who was supposed to be the padrino stepped down because he had some controversy with abusing his ex in the past, physical abuse.
And that is now in the news again. You heard what happened to Maria Celeste, right?
Tell me.
You don't know?
Tell our audience.
Well, it's kind of
good Tiki Tiki.
It's not brand new news. Actually, it happened in the end of May, but she's a major figure. She's the Katie Couric of Latin news.
Gotcha.
And she was involved. Her boyfriend, who supposedly was living with her, was beating her, choking her, and they got the 911 call and everything. So, and then she brought it up on her show, but she was kind of like, you know, kind of like keeping it, oh, you know, it wasn't a big a deal, and everyone knows that she was lying.
Wow.
So that's another case of major abuse to a major celebrity.
Wow, that's kind of crazy. But Mark Anthony saved the day from, you know, that chaos and that scandal because he actually stepped in and said he was the king of the parade.
Whoa.
So his sash actually said, king of the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
He's the man. I love that.
You know what I found kind of interesting was that I had never seen, like I've never been in a place where there was paparazzi crazy. I've never seen such a vortex or a black hole surrounding people in my life. And it was such chaos and madness surrounding Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony that I was amazed. I felt really bad for them.
They could be alone and that happened, so imagine the double dose.
They look great though. I was questioning Jennifer's outfit because, you know, for somebody who has so much money and she's always dressed impeccably, Jennifer has great style. You know, she was wearing a beige dress and, you know, like the bra was kind of, the black bra was kind of...
I saw that actually on the news coverage. Yeah. Since, like I said, I didn't make the parade, but I saw the news coverage and I was like, wait a minute, are these outtakes? Is like this before it's actually started, and then I put the sound up. When I put the sound up, oh no, this is actually happening. That bra is all out there, man.
It was crazy. I mean, I saw it in the top. I saw it coming up in the back. It was kind of crazy.
Yo, Jen, did you want to just get? Did you want to go ghetto on us for the parade?
Oh,
Come on now.
Come on, did you have to go there? She's
no big
still
deal.
Jenny from the block.
She's absolutely Jenny from the block.
Don't worry
change
about the
a
rocks
thing.
that she has. That's right.
Don't change a thing.
So they were cool. Tito el Bambino was there. We got on the float with him and we spoke to him. Frankie Negron was on the float. Huey Dunbar was on the float. You got to check out our coverage on www.enlascena.com to see. We have at least 2 parts of the Puerto Rican Day Parade with a lot of energy and a lot of action.
You had to break it down to 2 parts because there was so much information there.
No, we have more than 2 parts.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, speaking of Tito el Bambino, the day before, and I give him major props because I heard about his show on the parade, but I was with him on stage at the 116th Street Festival. Mega had two stages, one on 112th and one on 122nd. I was on 122nd with a bunch of up-and-coming acts, but the main act was Tito el Bambino. And that boy has grown. I seen him in the beginning when he came out with Hector and Tito.
Right.
Hector el Father, remember? But before he became Hector el Father, it was Hector y Tito.
Right.
Well, Tito, trust me, don't need no Hector or anyone else for that matter because the man is a bona fide international superstar. And the reason I say that is because he's gone from doing local clubs, where I presented him myself at clubs, to being a force to be reckoned with. You could tell that he's used to being televised now.
Yeah.
He's used to doing major arenas because he has that solid, what's the right word, charisma. And he's very comfortable, very confident on stage.
Oh, he has it down all right. He's everywhere, though. That guy works really, really hard.
Yeah, and well, that's why I want to give him major props, because he sang his heart out. And let me tell you, I go out of my way to listen to see if the vocals are on the track. I always do that. I go to the sound guy, and can I listen to that for a quick second? And I do, and sure enough, it was pista, meaning instrumental, and except for some background vocals, and it was all him.
Nice.
And then when you're at an open air event like that, you can lose your voice very easily.
Right.
So I give him major props. Excellent show, sounded great, had the people eating out of his hand, had girls crying.
Always does.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah, and so was the parade. I was really disappointed. I thought there would be more, not just Puerto Rican celebrities, because I think we all need to show some solidarity. It doesn't have to be just Puerto Rican artists who are in the Puerto Rican Day Parade. And as a matter of fact, Hot 97 had a float, and they killed it. Hot 97's float was crazy with Busta Rhymes, P. Diddy, Fabulous.
Hot 97 has been doing that for years and years and years. I've worked the parade year after year for the last almost 20 years. And Hot 97 has always has said, has made their presence felt. Had basically planted their flag because they know who their demographic is.
Right.
And Latinos, young Latinos, tell me they're not into hip-hop in a big way, and they're reggaeton. So Hot 97 has to be a very strong force.
And representing, absolutely. And they were. So what else is going on? There's a big World Cup going on right now.
The World Cup, there's some bochinche or Tiki Tiki in the World Cup. Let's see, Argentina's controversial coach, his name is Diego Maradona. And he made some remarkable double-edged attacks on the legendary, the one that everyone no one knows. Well, a lot of Americans don't know anything about soccer, myself included. I'm just now starting to get hip to it, courtesy of Tony Austin, the producer and cameraman of enlaescena.com. But he made this attack on legendary Brazilian striker Pelé. Of all people, Pelé.
Legendary, yeah,
That's right. I'm looking over here because we're live on the radio right now, so I'm going to go to commercials.
You have a job to do.
In a second. But he had said, he's, let me see. Oh, and also French maestro, Platini. He's now the president of the United European Football Association, or what's the acronym for that?
UFA.
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 UFA. That's what I think of. Pelé suggested he was doing his current job strictly for the money.
Wow.
Platini questions his credentials.
Wow, so he got really upset.
Yeah, he did.
What did he say about Pelé?
That's the World Cup bochinche. Well, he said, Pelé also said about him that he is coaching now because he can't play, because he's all fat and he got into gambling and women and he's all out of shape.
Right. So his rebuttal was that Pelé should go back to the museum.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
That's exactly what he said. So we're live right this second. You keep that going there right now. I'm going to throw something in right here. Let's play this music right here. That's Alexis y Fido, Mala Conducta, as we're live on the radio. I'm going to go into the next song right here. 97.9 la Mega JI Starr, el Boricua de New York contigo en vivo. New York City's #1 y un saludo bien especial para enlaescena.com. La Mega se pega.
Very nice. Very nice. I like that.
You're quite welcome. And that was live on the radio here on a Sunday night in New York City, where any given 15 minutes, 250,000 people will be listening. So they caught that.